Hi, good afternoon. I'm Anik Dharamshi, Director at HD Fire Protect.
I am Ashwin Ijantkar, Director at Epsilon Design Consulting.
Good afternoon, Ashwin sir. My first question to you, basically, how did you enter the fire protection field? What has been your journey so far? Since you have such a long, wide experience in this field, could you share some thoughts about it?
Uh, okay, so it was a very accidental entry into this field. I
Okay.
basically come from, uh, you know, process heating, process cooling.
Okay.
So I have a strong mechanical engineering background.
Okay.
But by a sheer coincidence, I got into this field of automation, and from then on, graduated to have other aspects like security and fire protection, and then offering complete MEP solutions now.
Right.
So it's been a fun journey throughout, enjoying the process.
Right.
How about you, Anik? How did you give a brief about HD Fire and how you have come into this?
So basically, for me, after my almost during my end of school days, I was kind of sure that I would be joining the fire industry. Primarily because my uncle was doing fire protection.
Yeah.
So my uncle started this company, and HD stands by his name, Harish Dharamshi.
Long history behind it. Yeah.
So he started the company, and he was already doing fire protection. The main inception of the company and the primary reason to start the company was to have import substitution of fire protection equipments, which were not easily available way back in 90s, and some of those equipments were having heavy duties of around 150-200%. So then he thought of starting the manufacturing of those import substitute products in India. And later on, we got approvals of various international agencies, and that's how the journey began. By the time I was completing my graduation, it was almost through that I would be probably joining the field of fire protection, so that there can be some value addition in this industry and I can give some justice to this life.
Great. So typically, how does your day? What does one business day encapsulate for you? What all it's involved?
So it's typically meeting clients, interacting with them, solving challenges, solving problems. Over the years, it's always been that there is a problem with the end user, with the fire industry, what problems they face, what kind of solutions we can do better, how better we can try to improve the life, how better we can try to be giving a better product to the society,
Sure.
a cost effective and a very reliable product to the society. We always keep thinking that day in, day out. So a typical day would start with general team conversations, looking around the work, seeing if there is any client meeting. Most of the days there is some technical presentation or technical troubleshooting that is required by clients, which I love to do it. And that's how the day in the office would be spent around. Coaching people, coaching my teammates, working around on the new technologies that we would like to develop.
Sure.
There's some new patents that we have developed over the years. So that's the whole day spread. How about your day, sir? You must be very busy because being in this industry, looking at the amount of data centers that you're doing these days, data center being the hub of huge fire protection requirements.
Yeah.
It must be a very challenging, and hats off to you and your team. I mean, initially we had international consultants, and it's completely an Indian driven organization by yours, which we, through which you're able to deliver and solve problems of the clients at site.
Yeah. So just like you, even my day is completely filled with meetings.
Right.
Online meetings.
Yes.
Nowadays we don't have so many on-site meetings, but we definitely have far larger number of web calls.
Yes.
That are used for not just design design advancement, but also from the perspective of getting to know how the site is moving. So there's a lot of meetings that we do, but I do a lot of time with my staff.
Right.
My engineers.
Right.
To look at how they are progressing with their designs, because as you said, we do have a lot of data center work that is happening right now. So paying attention to details is important.
Right.
And we, as custodians of customers' faith,
Right.
Cannot
Yes.
make a mistake.
Correct.
So that is the intent with which we start the day. and that is the intent with which I go to bed.
Right.
But yeah, I mean that's how it happens. Every day is a new adventure for us,
Right.
because we get to know a new problem that needs to be solved. There's so many new technologies that we are trying to embrace, including building interface modeling, which frankly speaking, 3 years ago we were not exposed to it at all. But if you look at us today, almost all our engineers are working on the building interface modeling. So there's a lot of new stuff that they get to learn. We have a very exciting young engineers that that we have. So it's a great journey trying to mentor them through.
So do you see any changes in the trend of gas compared to water-based fire protection in the industry? Do you see any kind of trend change, just as a thought process?
I think both of them have their own space.
Right.
Specifically in the data center, yes, maybe your question could hold a little bit of value, because you think more and more of water-based fire protection
Yes.
coming through on the data centers. That is simply because of the fact that there is an increase in the hyperscaler market.
Okay.
Typically, at least in India, the spread is co-locations go more for gas, simply because they cater to a smaller client who's worried about not getting his servers wet.
Okay.
Whereas hyperscalers, because of the volume that they have and the redundancy that they have, they can afford a section of the data center going wet, so to say, in case of a fire.
Okay.
So the volumes are pretty high.
Okay.
And yes, you are right that there is a general shift that you see because of this change that's happening in the market.
Right.
But it's good for you, because you come from a water-based fire protection, manufacturing so many products. So yes, there is a change that we are also observing right now.
Okay.
Is there in terms of your growth, are you seeing a lot of action happening apart from India? Do you sell a lot of products outside India also, to the Middle East, do you export a lot, and what is the action happening over there?
Yeah, so we are proudly exporting in 92 countries, and these 92 countries are typically where it is sold as HD Fire India as a brand.
Wonderful.
So we are having our flags set in almost 92 countries. Apart from these 92 countries, we also do a lot of OEM business.
Okay.
Where we manufacture for someone who resells in some other countries.
Okay.
So those number counts will be much larger. But happily to say, in Southeast Asia, Middle East, some countries in Europe and Latin America, these have been our primary market. And of late, we are also exporting to China. A lot of people import from there, but then we also got a local Chinese approval. And clients who need a good fire protection product with international approvals and the local approval, that is a space that we look to cater upon.
Great.
So we try to see what maximum products can be manufactured in India and exported, and give a good name to our country and a good future for each one of us in the field of fire protection.
That's a wonderful thought. Thought.
Yeah, it was a good conversation with you, sir. It was good conversation knowing about the facts, some facts which we didn't know on the personal side, on the day your whole day gets spent.
Yeah.
So it was a good conversation.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I also loved listening to unknown facets about you. We just know you as a manufacturer,
Right,
but
sir.
it's good to know you as a person also.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.